This is my first solo for cello, and there are a couple of things about this solo that you need to know before we play. First of all, this alternates between arco, which means playing with your bow, and pizzicato, which means plucking. The proper technique when you do this is not to put your bow down in between, but to go from a beautiful bow hold to then a not beautiful bow hold for the pizzicato, so grabbing the bow like this, making your L for pizzicato, and setting your thumb and doing the pizzicato like that. So when it switches to pizzicato, instead of putting the bow down, you're going from beautiful bow hold to pizzicato bow hold, and then back when it's time for arco or bowing again. The other thing are the notes that are in this. There is one new note that you've never seen before. If you take a look at the top of the page, it shows that you're playing open G, D, and A along with the first finger note on each of those strings. We've played first finger on the D string, that note's called E. We've played first finger on the A string, that note is called B. First finger on G is new to us. That is another type of A. It's called A, or low A I might call it sometimes. And you can see on the top of the page, it's written out on the staff so you can see what it looks like. This is a very common note that you'll see next year. You'll see it quite often, so it's good to practice it now so that you can be used to it when it comes up next year. The other thing that might look a little bit weird, and it's easier than it looks because you actually basically are going to ignore the new thing. If you look on the third line, twice you'll see two notes that are stacked on top of each other. That is giving you the option to play the note on the bottom, which we've already learned, one finger on the D string, which is called E, or to play a higher version of the note E that we have not learned yet. So we're going to skip the top note. When you get to those double stacked notes, you can just play the bottom, one finger on the D string. So this is my first solo. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.